We began training and researching immediately. Luckily, I had a background in martial arts and Brent had done a couple of tours in the French Foreign Legion. It turned out trolley attacks were happening a lot more frequently than we anticipated, up to 5 a week in Western Sydney alone, and that number was on the increase. Through the study of the trolley, we were able to get inside the mind of the trolley, which then enabled us to kick the ass of the trolley.
You ready for this?
I was born ready.
Let's kick this pig.
Joel are learning fast, learning how to kick some ass, and they'll do it on their own. They are strong against their foes, always wearing the same clothes, and they're in the freaking zone. Bad day to be a trolley. Bad day, oh yeah. Bad day to be a motherfucking trolley. Bad day to be a trolley.
We continued to hunt, day in and day out, and although we were good, we couldn't be everywhere at once and couldn't stop every single trolley attack from happening. Someone was needed to console the victims and help them with rehabilitation. That's where Paige came in.
Paige Livingston was a fourth-year sociology major at the University of New South Wales when her life changed drastically by a trolley attack.
Although I myself have never been attacked by a trolley, I did lose my boyfriend to one. There we were, just sitting down, enjoying a perfect start to a perfect day. I had a feeling something was up. Not only did Tom seem a little nervous, he was also being a lot more romantic than usual. And he even took me to the place where we first met. I had a feeling this was going to be a day to remember. And unfortunately, I was right. All of a sudden, as if out from nowhere, I saw it. A trolley had snuck its way right up behind Tom.
Tom's dead, no more sex for Paige. Tom's had his last leg. Tom's dead, Tom's dead.
It was a horrible feeling, especially when I found out he was about to propose to me that very day. That's when I decided I had two choices. I could either sit around and just blame myself, or I could start helping victims. Victims like me.
Both Joel and myself met with Paige shortly after her boyfriend's passing, and we began to work closely with her. We really admired that she wanted to help, especially after all that she'd been through.
It was at this point that things were looking up for Brent and Joel. Not only were they now joined by Paige, who added another dynamic and a lovely flowery scent to the group, but they were actually starting to do quite well for themselves. They continued to receive an excellent bounty for every trolley they brought in, and they were able to get their finances in order. They were also becoming quite well known in their community.
I really admire what the trolley hunters do for us. I feel really safe walking home at night, and I just love them.
Yeah, those trolley hunters, I saw them at work the other day, and they have to catch these trolleys, and the trolleys are bastards to catch, right? And they're sneaky, it's not easy work.
Of course, not everyone was on their side.
Trolley hunters, I would have been the best damn trolley hunter ever. Those guys stole my idea. They stole it. No, that's it. No comment.
I have to say, whether they loved us or hated us, it was just great to be somebody. We get fan mail, we get asked to host functions, and our MySpace www.myspace.com/trolleyhunters, no underscore, was getting about 800 hits a day on average. Then one day we even got our first recruit.
Who are you?
Nakamura of Bondi Beach, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you here?
I'm here to pledge to be a trolley hunter, make them pay for their crimes against humanity.
Alright, welcome to the team.
No, sir. In order to be a trolley hunter, you must put me through a series of grueling tests so that I prove my worth and dedication.
Tess. Okay, stand here without food or water until I return.
Sir, yes, sir. I shall be as quiet as a mouse and as still as tree.
Excellent. Still here? Alright, son, you're in.
Sir, thank you, sir. Many thanks. I will not disappoint you.
Things were going even better for the boys as they welcomed the newest member to their group, and although he wasn't much of a trolley hunter, he could do wonders in the kitchen, and it's been said that he makes a cherry cheesecake that is out of this world. 2 years ago, ABC News sat down to hear what the newest member of the team had to say.
I couldn't believe that I was actually a trolley hunter. Joel and Brent worked into their home and their hearts, and for that, I was very grateful.
As much as I loved having Nakamura on the team, I did feel as if it came at a bad time. Me and Joel were starting to argue a lot, and disagree on a lot of trolley hunting tactics. I felt like he was getting a little too violent for my liking, and I remember one day that changed everything. It was the middle of the afternoon and we had just broke for lunch. Nakamura had asked for the day off to go to a Kylie Minogue concert in the city, which was alright because me and Joel needed to spend some time together. I told him that lately I was thinking about taking some time off from trolley hunting, and that I wanted to write a book. Joel was absolutely furious when he heard this.
Yeah, there was an argument. And in retrospect, I maybe said a few things that I regret now. But I was pissed. I was so pissed that I didn't even notice the herd, nay, the swarm of trolleys that had crept up on us. We were cornered. Something had to be done, and it had to be done fast. Acting entirely on instinct, I reached in the back of my pants and pulled out my .38 Special I'd stashed for such an occasion.
Joel, what are you doing?
It's a bad day to be a trolley.
After that, Brent didn't come out hunting much anymore. He started saying things like, I need time to reflect, and I'm thinking about writing a book. He said we didn't need to hunt anymore, that we could make enough money from selling our story. It became less about saving lives and more about making money for Brent. Brent sold out.
Yes, times were dark for the trolley hunters, and Brent and Joel became more and more distant as their interests grew in opposite directions.
It all came crashing down at the beginning of last year. I came home early from hunting some trolleys up the coast. When I got in the house, all I could hear was loud noises coming from upstairs.
Brent!
I had no idea what was waiting for me at the top of the stairs.
Brent! Dude! Buddy! Dude, you're not gonna put... Oh.
Joel? Joel, wait. It's not what it looks like, man. It's not what it looks like.
That's not what it looks like. Okay,
Well, no, you're just f***ing a trolley, man. You're sick!
Okay, it's a little bit what it looks like.
You know what I mean? Touch when you're little? What the f*** is wrong with you?
You don't understand. She understands me, Joel.
She understands you.
Yeah.
She's a f***ing inanimate object. Get the f***. She understands you.
It was a sad day for the trolley hunters. Things had been rough lately, but this was the icing on the cake. Joel moved out shortly after that, and Brent stayed put, where he indulged in several months of self-loathing and experimenting with painkillers. He even brought a few more trolleys home with him on occasion.